Okay, so I saw this video the other day and I can't believe how disappointed I was. So Warner Brothers uploaded this video of like a behind the scenes. It must have came with the DVD or disc of the original Godzilla 2014 movie. But I'm pretty sure the biggest criticism of Godzilla 2014 was that there was not enough monsters. It wasn't enough screen time for Godzilla. The movie was named Godzilla, and Godzilla was barely in the movie. It was mostly about the on the ground first person people view of Godzilla, and that's fine. But the problem is, if you're going to do that, we still need more of Godzilla. The problem was that the camera kept cutting away from Godzilla and the monsters, the Mutos fighting, because they would close a door at the last second or something, the camera would cut away, and it was very frustrating and annoying. Even though I really liked that movie as a kid, the biggest complaint everybody had, the biggest criticism was that there wasn't enough Godzilla. So when I watched this little documentary, this mini documentary, it's 19 minutes. And it's not until the last minute and 30 seconds that they start talking nonsense. Gareth Edwards, he's a great director. He did a great job with this movie, but he starts to confess things that he did on purpose that were just mind-bogglingly dumb. Like, he specifically says he purposely was cutting away from Godzilla and stuff. Like, it's fine. The idea of wanting to get a first person view of people and, this sense of scale and want to have the audience feel like they're the people watching these two big monsters fight, that is fine. That entire concept is fine. But he starts yapping about how he purposely was cutting away on purpose. Like, just watch this last minute.
Stylistically, what Gareth brought to it beyond that tonal approach was he really used suspense and restraint in how he would show the creature. It was about what you didn't see versus what you saw, so that by the end of the movie, when you get to that creature on creature action that you've been waiting for, it really delivers.
See, no, he's wrong. That's the problem. They did that. At first, he kept cutting away from Godzilla whenever he was about to scrap. And then when we got to the end of the movie, they still barely showed the monsters. They still barely showed what is it? They had to at least fought for 5 minutes. Think about what we got in this movie versus Kong and Godzilla now. What in the world was, overall, the direction and stuff of this movie was great. But there just simply wasn't enough Godzilla. And wait till you hear even more. He's going to elaborate on it even more, and it's even more ridiculous.
It's really important that when we finally reveal Godzilla in all his glory the first time, I kind of wanted to spend 5 minutes building up to that, not just like, oh, here's 2 shots and then we see him. It was like, all right, let's really milk this. So like every little gag I could think of with the lights off and the tsunami and the lights coming back on and the explosions, and it was just like trying to weave a little path through.
Trying to gag the audience in a Godzilla movie. My gosh, man. What are you talking about? And then it gets even better.
All these cool visuals that just tease. You see a bit more, then finally you see him properly. And then don't see him, it's on TV. That's my favorite bit, I think, is that you've sat there and you go, okay, we're gonna get it, and then we cut to this child.
Oh my God, that's not the most brain dead strategy ever. Who in their right mind purposely does that? You're gonna get it. You're gonna get Godzilla. You paid to see Godzilla. The movie name is Godzilla. No, he's freaking edging you the entire movie. What sense does that make? You came and paid $12, $15 to come see Godzilla, and he's gonna, no. You're gonna wait to see him at the end of the movie, and he's only gonna get 5 minutes of screen time. I couldn't believe, when I watched this, I busted out laughing. I couldn't believe what this nigga was yapping about.
When I chuckle, I get my most thrill because it's really not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have the big battle
Yeah.
for 20 minutes, and I love the fact we don't, and I love the fact we hold back.
Why?
The end, when you get it, I think feel more powerful.
Oh, okay. So he thinks it's more powerful to save all that. But no, you can just write multiple great fight sequences that still satisfy the audience. And I'm pretty sure it was him that said he was jealous of God. Like, he admitted Godzilla -1 did a really good job with Godzilla. And I think he said something like he wished he could change some of the things he did because they really did it the way that he should have done it. They had the perfect balance of great storytelling and showing Godzilla. This movie just had great direction, but not enough of Godzilla. The story was okay. But outside of that last minute, everything else directing this movie was great. The amount of effort and stuff that went behind it, the way he actually planned out the movie and stuff is great. It's just when it comes to these fight scenes, everybody was looking for more Godzilla and he just wasn't delivering it. In this, he even talks about like some of the sins that he sees other movies create, and he has to try to stray away from it as he sees this movie that he was directing start to do those same tropes. But then he literally goes right back and commits the same crimes that the other movies do. The other Godzilla movies do. I guess I don't know. But if he ever got another shot at it, I would be fine. I think he would learn from his mistakes with this Godzilla. Like, if he was to direct the next Godzilla and Kong movie, I think he would do a great job. He's got everything else right. I would love to see another movie with boots on the ground view of Godzilla, you know, back to them moving slow and how it's supposed to look in the new Godzilla X Kong and stuff. There's no sense of scale anymore. It seems like they've actually gotten smaller. They're so fast and everything. And I understand why they did that, but I honestly enjoy this more. We just have to get that perfect combination. But yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about because I'm a huge Godzilla fan and I couldn't believe my ears when I heard this. But all right, peace. I'll see y'all in the next video.